Han Daewi vs Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke, from the Naruto/Boruto universe, is recognized for his tactical thinking, agile movements, and exceptional ocular abilities. It is understood that a normal shinobi can parry an infused blade using a toothpick, so keep that in mind when considering chakra scales. His strength feats range from 5D, as he is relative to Momoshiki, whose dimension has been compared to Kagaya's root dimension. Momoshiki can absorb all chakra through his plane, and it has been stated that his chakra leaks outside his dimension. The creation scale for the user is considered to be low complex at most. In physical terms, sustaining or manipulating such a pocket dimension equates to directly altering the geometry of spacetime itself, something that would demand at least on the order of 10 joules of energy, far greater than the output of all known stars combined and well beyond conventional astrophysics. His speed is estimated to be between 4.8 trillion to 4.8 quintillion times the speed of light, MFTL+, based on a conservative calculation. This estimate takes into account the distance that an average human eye can perceive, which is about 3 miles, and uses the Planck atom to the nucleus level. His speed could be even greater if we applied additional multipliers. This estimation relies on his ability to perceive Jigen, who can shrink to the atomic level and react to his movements. To react to something shrinking from the atomic radius of 10^1 meters down to the nuclear scale of 10^1 meters, Sasuke's perception and nervous system must resolve intervals close to 10^1 seconds, or attosecond timing, which places his effective reaction speed in the range of quintillions of times faster than light. There are also arguments for infinite speed scaling. Kagaya, whose powers Sasuke directly contends with, can seamlessly transposition herself and others between entirely separate dimensions of space such as the magma world, desert world, and gravity world. Since these spaces are completely disconnected from each other, traversing them instantly suggests a form of movement that bypasses conventional distance, leading some to interpret it as an infinite speed feat. Moving on, his ocular prowess includes Amaterasu, which is said to be as hot as the sun, not just the sun's surface, but the sun as a whole. The Samsara Eye possesses various abilities, including the ability to see limbo clones, which are manifestations of Madara in different planes of existence that overlap with our dimension and hold see events in a localized plane when time was stopped. With his Chibaku Tensei, he can also turn a person into the core of a black hole, making the character a singularity and switch the target to any object or space, among other capabilities. His Sharingan grants him several powers, including the ability to wipe memories, as demonstrated with Jiraiya, Kid Naruto, and the villagers. Additionally, it provides him with precognition and genjutsu, allowing him to trap someone within their mind. During his battle with Kinshiki, it was noted that his Samsara Eye transcends dimensions, implying that it surpasses lower dimensions and reaches levels between 5D and 6D. In terms of physics, Amaterasu's heat is comparable to the sun's core temperature of about 15 million Kelvin, which corresponds to an energy release on the order of 10^2 joules per second, the same as the entire luminosity of the sun, but compressed into a localized flame. The resulting energy density would instantly vaporize matter and destabilize atoms themselves, making it far more destructive than ordinary stellar fusion. The Samsara Eye allows Sasuke to perceive hidden realities that are normally inaccessible, most notably Madara's limbo clones, which exist in a parallel and invisible realm overlapping the main world. He can observe their movements, identify their interactions with the physical plane, and track their return timing. While he himself is still affected by localized time stops and cannot act within them, his vision allows him to continue perceiving those halted events. Overall, Sasuke is low-complex multiversal with MFTL+, with possible arguments for infinite speed scaling through dimensional transposition.
Sorry for keeping y'all waiting too long. Moving on. Who is Han Daewi and how strong is Han Daewi? Han Daewi, a human who became a god over humanity. Han Daewi is known for his tactical mindset and brute strength he packs. Also, he's known for his control of all types of forces in the universe ranging from the fundamental forces, derived forces, pseudo-forces, neutral forces, and relativistic forces. This is always misunderstood within and outside the community. How strong is Daewi? His strength ranges from 4D to 5D because he holds over the law of universal force and transcends the level of the forces via his battle with Ryong. In physics, Daewi froze Ryong by canceling his inertia and forcing him into static equilibrium, then expelled him with a repulsive electromagnetic burst that acted like a reflection of momentum. Also, there's a feat to get him to outer versal via infinite punch. He becomes the embodiment of the absolute singularity itself by bringing together all four fundamental forces of the universe: gravity, electromagnetism, the strong force, and the weak force, into a single infinite point, and at the same time merging higher dualities of existence like yin and yang, light and darkness, and emptiness and annihilation. He erases the line between physics and metaphysics. What's left is a state of perfect symmetry, where every law, every opposite, and every distinction collapses into one, holding both infinite creation and infinite destruction within a single moment. In physics, the unification of the four fundamental forces into a single point corresponds to conditions at the Planck scale, where energy densities of 10 superscript 1 GeV, gigaelectronvolts, are so extreme that distinctions between interactions vanish, creating a singular state of infinite density and zero volume. Simultaneously, the fusion of dualities such as positive and negative charges, matter and antimatter, or vacuum and energy corresponds to a perfectly symmetric state, often modeled as a false vacuum of zero entropy but immense latent energy. If both occur together, the result is the absolute ground state of reality, a pre-Big Bang condition where space-time, energy, and physical laws are not separate but unified. Such a state is fundamentally unstable. Even the slightest fluctuation that breaks symmetry may either lead to the explosive expansion of the origin of a universe or catastrophic collapse through vacuum decay, erasing all structure within. Daewi's speed has been calculated at around 733 billion times faster than light, relative to Ryong. He can also be scaled higher through his feat of stopping atom, a quantum computer / AI. Atom's processing or scan cycles have been calculated at between a quattuordecillionth and a gigolth of a second when operating on 100 to 300 qubits by solving for the inverse rate formula or work rate formula. Atom can scan special wavelengths across Earth, the metaphysical plane, and dimensional rifts with 99.9% accuracy before they even occur. Daewi intercepted this process before its linkage activation, which means it should be considered attack speed rather than travel speed. Based on this feat, Daewi struck Atom at speeds ranging from 5.2 asterisk 10 to the power of 22 to 8.4 asterisk 10 carat 82. It can also go higher via a singularity state, where the concept of speed is irrelevant, granting him immeasurable speed, and you can even argue for irrelevant speed. Finally, his powers and abilities. Overall, Daewi scales to 5D to outer versal with immeasurable speed via the singularity state. With everything laid out, it's time to see who truly comes out on top. Both GOH and Naruto show that superior control over abilities often decides battles, even against stronger opponents. Because their systems differ, we equalize power mechanics to keep the fight fair. The deciding criteria are 1. Fastest win condition. 2. Tactical intelligence. 3. Speed advantage. 4. Combat prowess. 5. Counters and resistance. Battle exchange. 1. Daewi can launch planetary masses, but Sasuke can counter with Chidori surges or slice them apart using his Susanoo blade. 2. Sasuke's genjutsu could incapacitate Daewi, as he lacks confirmed mental resistance, though his sage wisdom might offer partial defense. 3. Daewi can repel Sasuke to beyond the star system via Jupiter, whose force was calculated to be 132 quadrillion times faster than light, but given that Susanoo can help break his fall and open the gate to the battle zone. 4. Sasuke can blitz Daewi's perception or swap positions to strike unexpectedly, but Daewi's electromagnetic field gives him layered defense. 5. Daewi's singularity state could end the fight, but it requires time. To stall, he can reset Sasuke's actions and movements to net zero with neutral force. 6. Sasuke can retreat to another space-time to rethink strategies, but Daewi has counters. With the Old Deer book, he can define natural order. With Tathagata's blade, he can split space to track Sasuke. He can cancel genjutsu via electromagnetic disruption or turns into singularity form to secure victory. In conclusion, the battle can go either way. If we go for quickness, then it's Sasuke that wins, but if we go for a prolonged battle, then Daewi. See you in the next showdown.